Older IMDb reviews for One on Top of the Other, 1969. This reads as follows. Fantastic pre-giallo from The Godfather, of course, as Battle Dragon on the 28th of June 2004. Una Sull'altra, which is more likely better known as One on Top of the Other, is a hard movie to categorize to a single genre. It has as much erotic and exploitative elements as it has elements from pre-giallos like Mario Bava's excellent Blood and Black Lace and his older work, Girl Who Knew Too Much. It isn't as psychedelic as Fulci's other giallos like Lizard in a Woman's Skin, or as tense as his Don't Torture a Duckling or Set Notes in Nero. Una Sull'altra doesn't contain any gore or splatter either. Still, however, I found it very entertaining, and I would even say it's one of the best non-gore movies from Fulci I've seen. And trust me on this, I've seen lots of them too. The movie follows a basic giallo structure, and even though it was made in the same year with the first actual giallo, Dario Argento's fabulous L'Uccello dal Piume Cristallo, and in the way that it doesn't rip off that movie as many other giallos does. That's why I cannot really say honestly that I found this one to be real giallo, but more like pre-giallo. What comes to the plot of the movie, it's not really as simple as it might seem, but has many twists and misleads when police are trying to find out how the things really are, who is lying, who is telling the truth. Really nice twists and turns I couldn't tell it the whole time. Who, how, did what, and what comes to that matter, even who was who. Ending was really nicely surprising too, I really enjoyed it. So if you're bored with Fulci's not as good non-gore movies, or if you just want a quick peek to the fantastic world of pre-giallos, One on Top of the Other is highly recommended. At the scale of 1 to 10, I would give it 9. This movie really deserves it. Fulci and Mel, Lazarillo on the 22nd of December 2004. This little Italian number is superficially similar to the famous Hitchcock film Vertigo in its basic premise and its San Francisco location, but I don't recall Vertigo having the nude dancing, the psychedelic body painting, and the abundance of straight and lesbian sex. And as great an actress as Kim Novak from Vertigo may have been, she was no Marissa Mel. Marissa Mel was a 6-foot Austrian model/actress who became infamous in the late 1960s, more for her antics off-screen than on. Her various paramours supposedly included everyone from Warren Beatty to the Shah of Iran. She was the archetypal Bond girl, even though she never actually got around to appearing in a Bond movie. Actually, the only big movie she was ever in was Mario Bava's pop art comic book adaptation, Diabolik. This obscure movie was probably her second most famous role before her career fizzled, and she died at a young age from cancer. She is excellent here in the dual role of an asthmatic dying wife and a seductive stripper. She also has copious nude scenes if you're into that sort of thing. You might also have heard of the director of this one, a guy named Lucio Fulci made a few zombie movies or something. This is actually the first of a series of superior gialli Fulci directed early in his career. The others were A Woman in a Lizard's Skin and Don't Torture a Duckling. Fulci fans will find the plot of this film to be surprisingly coherent, but will probably be disappointed at the lack of gore, aside from one grisly scene of a post-mortem. It also lacks much of the directorial flair Fulci would demonstrate in his later gialli and his zombie films. The last act is particularly weak, with one of those tiresome innocent man on death row countdowns. The very last scene is a pleasant surprise, but by then much of the momentum has been lost. Still, it's definitely worth seeing for Fulci and Mel, if nothing else.